today. A lot of homework. I'm going to give it to you. You need to do all the homework. If you do that, pakka, you'll get 800 in SAT math. Okay. So again, I'll repeat the strategies that you need to follow when you're solving exponential functions word problems. Just exponential functions word problems, and we'll solve many questions. I think in last class I solved few questions, but in this class too I'll solve many more questions. So exponential functions word problems. Whenever I have exponential functions word problems, even the last class I told you, first thing that you need to do is you should not use too much of brain. So then what I do, what I should do, and how should I solve? So whenever you are solving exponential functions problem, the first thing that you need to do is use plugin. What is the meaning of plugin? Means taking values for the variables. Take any question. If you use this plugging in, then only you can solve happily the questions. Happily means you can solve the question in less time and you'll get it correct. If not, even you are too extremely smart student, you are try to play with the numbers in exponential functions, you'll go it wrong. So for example, if I want to solve some question, let me see the let me show you the actual questions. Generally I see question number between 25 to 30. Generally we have questions based on exponential functions. Generally it is not that mandatory to have this, but let me see here. If you have any exponential functions question, then I'll give that question to you, then I'll solve along with you to make you understand how to solve an exponential functions question as part of the exam perspective. I can't see here. I'm just what is this, skipping and skimming, whatever you call it as. Okay, I can't see any question in this section 4. Now let me see in section 3. Okay, section 3 also I can't see. Section 4. Yeah, no, I can't see in this paper. Let me open another paper. Let me solve actual question, how you'll definitely enjoy when you start learning the way that you need to solve the question. Okay, so I told you, right? Generally I see you should have so much clarity what type of questions comes in which level. Why I said generally section 425 to 30, generally it's section 425 to 30 are level 5 questions. Exponential function word problems are level 5, means many students make mistake in this topic. They're easy, they're level 1 to me. Why? Because you know your process, you know the way to solve if you do, but generally students don't know the way, so that is why it is under level 5. Now let us see the process how to solve them. I'll use only plugging in to solve it. Heath modeled the growth over several hundred years of tree plantation population by estimating the number of trees pollen grains per square centimeter that were deposited each year within layers of a lake sediment. Something he has given. He estimated there were 300 pollen grains per square centimeter. The first year the grains were deposited with a 1% annual increase in the number of grains per square centimeter thereafter. Which of the following function models P of t, the number of pollen grains per square centimeter t years after the first year the grains were deposited? So initially there were 310 pollen grains. Every year from the first year, the pollen grains are increasing at the rate of 1%. There is an 1% annual increase. Okay, so there is an 1% annual increase. So how to solve this is, okay, so Alok has given me some answer. I don't know if it's correct or wrong, but let us see. So if you even I'll teach you another method, formulas. For everything there is a formula. If you want to solve without formula and you should get it correct, the best way to solve this is when t equal to 0, the P of t should be 310, because initially there are, this is called plugging in. This is what I expect everyone in the class to solve. Don't use your brain. When t equal to 0, the population is 310. When t is equal to 1, there is a 1% increase in this. So 310 plus 1% of 310. So 1% of 310 is 3.1. 310 plus 3.1, which is 313.1. I got two values. Mostly the two values are more than sufficient for me to identify answer. If at all I don't get, then I'll put t equal to 2. Then I'll do 310 into 1. So it has been increased by 313.1, right? 313.1 plus 1% of 313.1, which is 3.131. So 313.1, which is 3.131003126. So 316.231. So what I meant to say is, first you come up with this strategy like plugging in when t equal to 0, p of t or the y or the output should be 310, because initially there are 310 pollen grains. You are even you are worst in math, you don't know anything in math. If you follow this logic and you are ready to put hard work, again I'm telling, everyone have ambitions to get 1500, but efforts are like 1100, 1200, you'll get the relevant score here. So please do keep good efforts, follow us blindly. When we are teaching you each and every concept and the strategies for each and every model, only thing is you need to work hard and be attentive in the class. You'll be able to crack any question that comes as part of exam. So how to solve the exponential functions questions? The one of the best way is use the plugging in. Plugging in means plug in these values. When t equal to 0, the population should be 310. When t is equal to 1, p of t should be equal to 313.1. When t is equal to 2, p of t is equal to 316.231. So now put t equal to 0. When I put t equal to 0, I get 1. When I put t equal to 0, I get 1. When I put t equal to 0, I get 310. When I put t equal to 0, I get 310. So option C or D should be answer. Now put t equal to 1. This is a calculator section. You can use calculators. When you put t equal to 1, C option would be 310 into 0.99, which is less than 310, but I want 313.11. So C for Chennai is wrong. Put t equal to 1. 310 into 1.01. 310 into 1.01 is 313.1. So definitely D for Delhi should be my answer. So definitely D for Delhi should be my answer. Yeah, 2 students gave me D for Delhi. Now I'll show you the next question. Everyone in the class should give me answer as D for Delhi for that. Not D for Delhi, should give me the correct answer. Sorry. Yeah. Now I'll show you another question based on the exponential functions. Everyone should solve and give me proper perfect answer. And after this class, I'll send you a lot of homework. Carry, please do solve them. Quadratic, 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 quadratic. Yeah. So 21st question. Everyone in the class, please do solve question number 21 and give me your answer. Just 1 second. I don't know if there is a different question. Yeah, there is one more question too. What happened yesterday? Yesterday came here, sir. When everyone came, no? Sir won't come today. He already gave one student piece. So 21, you just solve this. Correct and send it. Give me one more. I'll send you answers. I'll WhatsApp this course. Which paper is that? Show me paper. Yesterday. I'll correct. Question number 21. Write the information they had given and use only the plugging in. You will definitely get the answer in seconds. Generally, y is also called as h of x, f of x, g of x. Y is output. It is also called as, it is also written as f of x or g of x or h of x. They're also meant the same, f of x, g of x or h of x. They're also meant the same. So which of the following should be the answer? Everyone should give me answer. Sarayu gave me answer. Mahi, Abhinav. 3 students gave me answer as of now. Likit, 4th student. Sidhu gave me answer. Mayuka, Abhiram, Alok, Siri, Vanilla, Lasya. Okay, simple. One more give the Aditya gave me answer. So the graph of the exponential function h in the xy plane, something they gave, has a y-intercept of d. We clearly learned what is the meaning of y-intercept. The value of y when x is equal to 0. So put x is equal to 0 in these functions and see where you get y. Y is also same as h of x as d. When I put x is equal to 0, I get -3. When I put x is equal to 0, I get 0. When I put x is equal to 0, 0. When I put x is equal to 0, I get d. The only option I'm getting D is D for Delhi. So hence D for Delhi should be my answer. See how simple is this? So whoever is giving wrong answer, you need to be careful, and who is not giving answer, you need to be more careful. Simple, right? Now let us see. I think there is. I have saw. See, I saw some options in terms of an exponential function. So Jennifer, what the okay? Try to solve question number 18. It is not easy. It is difficult. Very few students can solve this correctly. It is not easier. Again, I'm telling you. So please do read the question, solve it, and try to give me your answer. Everyone should give me answer. Junaid, after the class, you please call me once. Junaid, don't forget here, call me. Good. 3 students gave me answer, but not that easy. Read the question carefully. If not, you'll go wrong. Jennifer bought a box of, where is this question? Is there any other information or not required? Jennifer bought a crunchy grain cereal. The nutrition facts in the box states the serving size of the cereal is equal to 2 calories. 50 of which are calories from fruit, which are from fat. In addition, each serving of the cereal provides 180 milligrams of potassium, which is a 5% of the daily allowance for adults. Which is 5% of the daily allowance for the adults. If P% of an adult's daily allowance potassium is provided by X serving of crunchy green cereals per day, which of the following expresses P in terms of X? Which of the following expresses P in terms of X? Okay, so people are giving you some answer. Different people are saying different answers. But read the question. Don't, because it's an exponential function, don't give either C or D as an answer. So if I need to solve this question, this is how generally I try to solve this question. If P% of an adult's daily allowance of potassium is provided by X servings of crunchy grain cereal per day, which of the following expression gives P in terms of X? So Jennifer brought a crunchy grain cereal. The nutrition balance box is the serving size of the cereal is 3/4 cup and provides 210 calories and 50 of which are from fat. In addition, each serving of cereal provides 180 milligrams of potassium, which is 5% of the daily allowance for adults. So when you are taking one serving, how much potassium, how much of your daily allowance of potassium that you are getting? 5% of the daily allowance of potassium you are getting. 5% of daily allowance of potassium you are getting. So if P% of an adult's daily allowance of potassium provided X servings are giving how much? P%. So what is the relation between these two? So just do cross multiplication, person gets cancelled. So P is equal to 5x. So answer should be B for Bangalore should be answer. See how simple is this? I might not have teach you, might ask me, did not teach me cross multiplication. No problem. I did not teach you cross multiplication. So thinking is more important. Okay. Now come back to more. There are more concepts. I'll explain it. Then we'll solve the questions here. So now we learned one concept in today's class. What is the concept that we have learned is whenever we have word problems, we'll not use our brain. We'll use only plugging in to solve the questions. Definitely brain is required to use plugging in, but not that so serious brain. So if you use pen and paper, even you are not attentive, you'll be able to solve the questions. Next concept, most important, is exponential increasing and decreasing functions. Just keep heading as exponential increasing and decreasing functions. Listen every concept carefully. Exponential increasing and decreasing functions. exponential increasing and decreasing function. Okay. Now, first of all, let us see what is an exponential function. What is the meaning of human? So this is called human. So similarly, what is the meaning of exponential function? Any function of the form a into b power x, means a person who has two eyes, nose, ears, correct, right? So similarly, what is every person has some identity and shape. So similarly, exponential function have an identity. So what is the form of an exponential function? Is exponential function f of x is given by a into b power x, is the form of an exponential function. In this, a is always positive or greater than 0. Now what happens to b? So b can be two case scenarios. If b is greater than 1 or b lies between 0 to 1. There are two case scenarios for b. Either b can be greater than 1 or b lies between 0 to 1. If b is greater than 1, for example, like 2 into 3 power x, if you try to draw this graph when x-intercept, y-intercept is 2, so it is like this. It is an exponentially increasing function. If the value of b is greater than 1, it is an exponentially increasing function. If the value of b lies between, suppose it is 2 into 1 by 3 to the power of x. If my function f of x is 2 into 1 by 3 to the power of x. So what happens to this function? It is an exponentially decreasing function. If you try to draw this graph, it looks something like this. So it passes through 2. So 2 into 1 by 3 power x, where f of x is 2 into 1 by 3 power x, is an exponentially decreasing function. Okay, so we learned two terminologies here. One is an exponentially increasing function. Second is an exponentially decreasing function. So two terminologies we have learned here. Very good. Now I'll tell you one more meaning of exponential increasing and decreasing function. So let me take 2 into 3 power x, or so 5 into 1 by 2 power x. I wrote two functions here. Let one function be g of x and other function be some p of x or f of x or whatever you want. This means nothing, simply y. Instead of y, I can also write g of x, f of x, q of x, function of x. Now, if I have 2 into 3 power x, listen to me carefully. If my function is 2 into 3 power x, let this be x, and this row be g of x. This column be x and this column be g of x. So put x is equal to 0. When you put x is equal to 0, you get 2. Put x is equal to 1, you get 6. Means 2 into 3. That is how I got 6. Now put x is equal to 2. I get 2 into 3 square. 2 into 3 square is 18. Now put x is equal to 3. 2 into 3 power 3, which is 54. Now put x is equal to 4. 2 into 3 power 4, 162. So what is happening here? What exactly is happening? First is 2, then multiplying 2 into 3. This is 2 into 3 into 3. This is 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. So if you see this, what is happening? How to get next term is when I multiply with 3. So what is the meaning of an exponentially increasing function? The form of an exponential function is a into b power x, where b is greater than 1 and a is positive. Means a should be always positive and b should be greater than 1. For example, 2 into 3 power x. This is a form, or the exact meaning of an exponential function is multiplying a number, multiplying what I'm doing here. 2, 2 into 3, 2 into 3 into 3, 2 into 3 into 3 into 3, 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Multiplying with a number greater than 1. Multiplying with a number greater than 1. If I can multiply with a number greater than 1, it is said to be an exponentially increasing function. Most important, I'm explaining you from the base. If you can understand base, you can do any question that comes as part of the exam. Okay, yeah. So what is the meaning of an exponentially increasing function? Multiplying with a number greater than 1. Now what is the meaning of an exponentially decreasing function? Take, let g of x or whatever the thing I wrote, let it be 5 into 1 by 2 to the power of x. So let this be x and let this be g of x. Now put x is equal to 0, I get 5. Now put x is equal to 1, I get 5 into 1 by 2 or 5 by 2. Now put x is equal to, I get 5 by 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. This is same as 5 into 1 by 2. Now if I put x is equal to 3, 5 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. That is when x is equal to 3. Now when I put x is equal to 4, 5 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. So what is happening here? I am multiplying with a number 1 by 2. So exponentially decreasing function means multiplying with a number less than 1. Multiplying with number less than 1. If we can multiply with a number less than 1, it is said to be an exponentially decreasing function. Understand? So I'm explaining you step by step. Now next you should know is next concept. After explaining this concept, then we'll solve some questions, actual questions based on exponential functions, based on the original papers that we have with us. So the next concept that you should know is simple compound interest. This is also part of exponential functions, compound interest. This is the next concept that you should be aware of. So what is the meaning of compound? Suppose you take 100 rupees for 10% interest rate of interest. 10% of 100 is 10, so which is 110. On this again, if you have 10% rate, so compounding means on this value again you will not take 100 and do the interest. On 110 you do 10%. 110 and 10% is 11, which is 121. On this again 10%, which is 12.1, which is 133.1, like this, so on. You understand, right? So this is called compounding. On this, so on the net amount, if you are doing, you are calculating the value, it is called compound. So now compound interest, we have a formula for compound amount. So suppose you want to know how much this 100 becomes after 10 years, at 10% compounded annually. So amount is given by principal into 1 plus r by n into 100 whole power n into t. Amount formula is given by p into 1 plus r by n into 100 whole power n into t, where p is the principal. What is the meaning of principal? The amount you take or give it to someone, initial amount. What is the meaning of r? Rate of interest per annum. Rate of interest per annum. What is the n? Number of times compounded in a year. Number of times compounded in an year. T stands for time in years. T stands for time in years. Okay, so you should know the terminologies. P is the principal, R is the rate of interest, N is the number of times compounded in a year, T is the time in years. So now we should know exactly the meaning. P means principal, means the amount you take or give it to someone, initial amount. Someone took 100 rupees from me at 10% rate of interest. So initial amount they took is 100. So principal is 100. R, they took 100 rupees from me at 10% rate of interest per annum. So my interest per annum is 10%, but compounded half yearly. Half yearly means every 6 months I am compounding interest. So after 6 months, my interest plus principal. So suppose 100, after 6 months, interest has become 5 rupees. And 105 again I do my interest. Suppose the interest rate is some 5%. So again I do 5%. So in 1 year it becomes 110.25, something like that. So number of times, R is rate of interest per annum, N is number of times compounded in year. If I say compounded monthly, the value of N is 12. If I say, because in 1 year I compound 12 times, in 1 month if I calculate once, in one year I calculate 12 times. So if I say compounded yearly, the value of N is 1. If I say compounded half yearly, the value of N is 2. If I say compounded quarterly, the value of N is 4. If I say compounded monthly, the value of N is 12. If I say compounded daily, the value of N is 365. This is how the compound interest N value works out. And T stands for time in years. Where does this? 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is. Time in years is what T stands for. So this is a compound amount formula. If you want to know how much amount goes in compound interest case scenario, this is the formula. A is equal to P into 1 plus R by N into 100 whole power N into T, where P is the principal, R is the rate of interest, T is the time in years, N is the number of times compounded in a year. So with this, let me solve actual questions based on all the three concepts that I've been discussing. Let me find out and do all the questions. Even you need to find out. I always tell one thing to students: if you want to get good score in any exam, the first thing is you should be able to find out which topic it is from. The moment you are able to find out which topic it is from, you are the king. No one can stop you from getting good scores. Okay? Yeah. The median, the number of attendance will be greater. This is also this. Now we'll identify exponential functions questions based on all these three. What are the three concepts that we discussed? One is compound interest. Second is exponentially increasing and decreasing. Third is exponential functions word problems. So based on all these three, we'll try to identify exponential functions, increasing or decreasing, word problems. Next one we have is compound interest. So based on all these three, we'll solve questions right now. Next 20-30 minutes, I'll solve only questions based on that. If you can solve along with me, and if you can do them, you'll become perfect in this topic here. No, 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 no functions. No. Yes, no. Plus miles per hour speed. No. So there is no exponential function question here. No. But will glance them. Median, no. Inequalities, no. Linear functions, no. Probability. Why I'm doing this before is even before the class. To be frank, I have a list of all the questions that they were required to do. They were business career. Okay, so you can do seventh question, but you need to be smart enough. Just try to give me answer for seventh question. Try to give me answer for question number 7 on the whiteboard. It is there in the concept that we have discussed. Again, I'll repeat so that you become perfect in this concept. Try to give me your answer for question number 7. Perfect. So 6 students gave answer. I'll explain. Everyone will be able to do now. Very good, very good, very good. Most of you has given me correct answer except very few students. Now see how easily we can solve this question or what should be done. Just now I told you exponential increasing and exponentially decreasing functions. I told them exponentially increasing means, listen to me carefully. Most important, you learn new concept and it's very easy. If you know that concept, you can solve these like these questions in seconds. In exam, I can do this question in 1 second and I can move on to the next question with confidence. There are two things: solving question with confidence. The moment you can learn that solving question with confidence, when can you learn? When you are perfect in that particular topic. So now whenever I see this, so every year the total number of business increasing n business per year. So every year it is increasing by n means 10, 10, 10 or 20, 20, 20 or n. So every year it is increasing by n. So which are the functions best model the total number of business why the DBA plans to have its members X years from now. Every year it is increasing by only and it is not getting multiplied by a number or it is not getting multiplied by a fraction. So it is not definitely exponential function. It is exponential function only when it is getting multiplied by a number greater than 1, exponentially increasing. If it is getting multiplied by a number less than 1, it is an exponentially decreasing function. So there are only two functions. So immediately you need to cancel C and D. Now what is happening? Every year it is increasing by n and there will be business at DBA means when x is equal to 0, y should be b, x and y. When x is equal to n, 1, it should be 1 plus b like that. Correct, right? So now or every year it is increasing by n every year. So after n x is equal to 1, it should be n plus b. When x is equal to 2, it should be 2n plus b because every year it is increasing by n, not 1 year. Sorry. So now put x is equal to 0 in these options. You should get b. When x is equal to 0, it should be b. So the only option I'm getting b is a for Agra. So a for Agra should be answer. So other way of solving this question, the best way of solving this question is, so now I told you, again I'm repeating, most important, there are 4 things. Linear increase, linear decrease, exponential increase, exponential decrease. Something called as linear increase when it increases by the same number each and every time. If something increases by the same number each and every time, it is said to be an exponential linear increase. When it is decreased by the same number each and every time, it is said to be linear decreasing function. When it is getting multiplied by a number greater than 1, exponential increase. When it is getting multiplied by a number less than 1, exponential decrease. So there are only 4 things. Increase by the same amount each time, decrease by the same amount, multiplied by a number greater than 1, multiplied by a number less than 1. So 4 things: exponential increase, decrease, linear increase, linear decrease. If you know that concept, pakka, one question I can assure you it will be in your pocket. So no. I'll just do the concepts from what we have discussed, not more than that. Even you can do this question here, 14th one. But to be frank, you can do that question. I'll just try to make you do. No, linear. I think square root function also I discussed in the last class with you. So you should be able to solve this question too, because I discussed square root, but I'll come back. So we'll see all exponential functions from what I explained. You'll get at least 2 to 3 questions. This is also an exponential function question, which you can solve easily. Circles, linear function. This is also an exponential functions question. See, in one section itself, I can see 2 questions. Definitely in section 4, you'll have many questions in this paper. Functions, which of the following is equivalent to h of x. So this is also an exponential functions question. They're asking you to find h of 5 minus h of 3. I think we did it in the last class. Yeah, try to give me 20 seconds. Now everyone in the class should give me the correct answer. Everyone in the class should type answer for this. Start. Your time starts now. We have only 1 minute to solve this. Give me your answer for question number 22. Start. Very good. Very good. Very good. Mahik, Siddhi, Abhiram, Abhinav, Mayuka, Alok, Vanilla, Divya, Siri. No, sorry. That is for the last question. I can see that Mahi gave me answer. Siri, Likit, Divya, Lasya, Mayuka. So what is the question that they are given here? Every year it is she invited double the number of people. So double the number of people she had invited previously. So she invited 1, she invited 2, she invited 4, she invited 8, 16, double the number. So getting multiplied by a number 2. So since it is getting multiplied by number 2, which is greater than 1, so I can happily say it's an exponentially increasing function. So which is D for Delhi should be my answer. So it should be an exponentially increasing function. So D for Delhi should be my answer. This question I did it already. No, we don't have more exponential functions questions on this. But after the class, I have many more questions here. I'll send it to you. Questions made by me. You please do solve them. Will become perfect in any topic that we are going to do. No exponential functions. No. Try to give me answer for 7th question. We discussed about square roots in the last class. You try to give me answer for question number 7. Only 2 students gave me answer. Everyone else should give me answer. Which is the follow? What is the solution set of the equation above? Good. Perfect. Everyone should give me proper answer here. Very good, very good, very good. I can see Mayuka Sari is very active today. She's giving answers first and correct. Siri gave me answer. Likit gave me answer. Vanilla gave me answer. Others should give me answer here. So I told you how to solve exponential functions questions. What is the rule? I told you plugging in the values. Put -1. So -2 plus 6 is 4. 4 plus 4 is equal to -1 plus 3. 6 is equal to 2 is meaningless. So -1 cannot be answered. Now put 5. So 10 plus 6 is 4. So resolution is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 3 is also 8. So 5 that should be definitely answered. So now check 0 also because this cannot be answered. 1 -1 cannot be answered, right? So since -1 cannot be answered, even this cannot be answered. So 5 should be your answer. Okay, I scroll up from top. I'll make you solve all the exponential functions questions in this paper. All the questions, we'll do them. If we can do them, we'll become perfect in this topic. Linear, linear, linear. Simple question, 13th one, it is based on the formulas that we have discussed. Give me answer for question number 13. Question number 13. I'll give 1 or 2 minutes. If you can solve, very good. If you cannot solve, definitely I'm going to solve this in my own pace. Very good. 8 students gave me answer. So if I'm the student, this is how I'm going to solve. First step, using the formula, a power minus 1 by 2 is 1 upon a power 1 by 2 is equal to x. 1 upon root a is equal to x. Is asking 1 upon root a is equal, what is x? So what is a in terms of x? So root a is equal to 1 by x. So a is equal to 1 by x square, which is C for Chennai should be my answer. Very good, very good. Very few have answered C. Most of you marking B and D something else. No, most of you mark C also. No way you should make mistakes. So answer for this one should be C for Chennai should be answer. Bharani, give me answer. Some of the students are not giving me answers here. Sitting in the class without giving answers, wasting your time is not good. Don't be like that. Yeah, exponential function word problem. Let me see how many of you can give a perfect answer for this. 23rd one. Start. Your time starts now. Exponential function word problem. Very good. 6 students gave me answer here. I'm very happy. When others just try to type your answer. Okay, perfect. 10 students gave me answer. I'm very happy. But most of them gave A or B. So the competition is between A and B. Let me see what should be the exact answer and how to solve. What is an exact answer for this? So if I'm the student, this is how I solve. The equation about what is the number of members M of a gym T years after the gym opens. So this gives the number of members of the gym after T years after the gym opens. Of the following, which equation models the number of members of the gym Q quarters of Q quarter years after the gym opens? So when Q is equal to 4 quarters, it is same as T is equal to 1. So when Q is equal to 4 or T is equal to 1, it should be 1800 into 1.02. When Q is equal to 0 or when T is equal to 0, it should be 1800. So now I need to put Q is equal to 4 and see where I get 1800 1.02. Option A I get. Now put Q is equal to 4, meaningless. Q is equal to 4, meaningless. So luckily with one option, with one plugging in, I'm able to get to the answer, correct answer. And I'm going to solve it as soon as possible. So answer for this one should be A for Agra should be my answer. So A for Agra should be my answer. 23rd one is A for Agra should be my answer. Let me see how many of you marked A for Agra. Abhinav, Siri, Aditya, Bharani, Lasya, Mahi, Divya. So these are the students that gave me answer as A. I'm giving you other questions. There are many more questions. We'll solve them. We'll see. No. Yeah, this also you can solve. 29th question, other question, exponential function word problems. I can see two line-to-line questions. Solve them and give me, type your answer in the chat box fast. 29th one, read the question carefully and mark it. If you can't do, definitely I'll do in next 1 or 2 more minutes. I won't give you more than that. We'll solve few more questions. If you can practice this class and last class, you'll become perfect in exponential functions questions in SAT. Okay, 7 students gave me answer. Let me identify one answer and give me answer. Even others be active and try to give me answer before I type. I get final answer. A photocopy machine is initially loaded with 5,000 sheets of paper. So initially there are 5,000 sheets of paper. The machine starts a larger job and copies at a constant rate. After 20 minutes, it has used 30% of the paper. After 20 minutes, 30% of the paper has been used. Which of the following equation was the number of sheets of paper P remaining in the machine m minutes after the machine started printing? So when m is equal to 0, they're asking which of the following equation was the number of sheets of paper remaining in the machine. So when m is equal to 0, P of T or P should be 5,000. When m is equal to 20 or 20 minutes after starting, so number of papers P remaining, if 30% have been used, 30% of 1500, so 3,500. So when n is equal to 40, again 30% paper has been used. So find 30% of 3,500. 30% of 3,500. 3 into 35 is 1050. So 3,500 minus 1050, 054, 2,450. So these are my values. If I can plug in these values and if I get these are the function values, so I'll be more happy to get an answer for this. Now put m is equal to 0 and see where you get 5,000. I get 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. All options 5,000, so no use. Now put m is equal to 20 and you should get 2,500. I might get, so B might be correct. Put m is equal to 20 and you should get, put m is equal to 20 and you should get 3,000, it is correct. Now put m is equal to 40 and you should get 2,450. Now put m is equal to 40. If I put m is equal to 40, 3,075. Correct, right? Put m is equal to 40, 3,075. Even this I'm not getting. If you want to do calculations, I don't know. 75 into 40, 5,000 minus 75 into 40, or option B or D should be answered. Definitely A and C are 100% wrong. We made it out. So now how to, let me use my calculator and find it out. So when m is equal to 40, where is this calculator? Yeah, m is equal to 40 means I get 2 times, so 5,000 into 0.7 into 0.7. Yeah, I'm getting 2,450 in option D. So D for Delhi should be my answer. I'm getting, when I put T equal to 40, M is equal to 40, I should get 2,450. I'm getting 2,450 in this D for Delhi option. So D for Delhi is my answer. Okay. Yeah, perfect answer. Now let us solve one last one.
Sir, but shouldn't the options be like a linear function? So D would be wrong.
No,
Shouldn't
it
it
is.
be B?
It has been used 30% of the paper. So every time it is using 30% of the paper. So it is not using the same 30%. So A and B are, by closing my eyes, I can say A and B are wrong, because so now I have 5,000. It has used 30% of the paper, means 3,500. On this 35% of the paper, every time it is getting multiplied by 0.65, 0.65 or 30% of the paper. Sorry, it is every time it is getting multiplied by 0.7 to get to the next number. So I'm multiplying with a number less than 1. So definitely exponential decreasing function. The only exponential decreasing function are these two. So these don't give how much are remaining, it gives how much are expiring. So the only option that gives how much are remaining is D for Delhi. So D for Delhi should be my answer.
Okay.
Okay.
But it says it copies at a constant rate, right? So
So
if it's
mission,
constant,
yeah, mission starts at a larger job and copies at a constant rate. Copies means it is using 60 papers, 60 papers per minute or 30 papers per minute. So you can't say it, because it is constant rate, you cannot neglect everything. After 20 minutes, you use 30% of the paper remaining in it. So every time it is using 30% of the papers that are remaining in this. So it is working at constant rate, but it is using all the people working on constant rate on the papers that are remaining. It is not using the same number again and again. So definitely it is an exponentially decreasing function because it is not using every time 1500 papers. So if it is using same 1500 papers every time, then happy, exponential decrease. So linear decrease. So D for Delhi should be my answer. Okay. Okay, ma?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So yeah, okay, perfect. Let us see one more exponential function, then we'll see. We'll close for today's thing. But I'll send you a lot of homework from today. You please need to solve this. Good question, 38th question. Not easy. It's very difficult. You need to be very careful. You need to be careful and attentive. Then only you can solve this. There is two. You need a paper. First, you take photo of this part. We need two parts for this. First, take photo of this. Everyone take photo of this. Then you come back here, solve 38th question. 38th. Okay, very good. Two answers came, two completely different answers. He's asking what is the value of b rounded to the nearest 10th. What is the value of b rounded to the nearest 10th? It's a very good question. Very few students can solve this. Simple question, but very few students can give me correct answer. I think 3 students gave me answer. 3 gave 3 different answers. Everyone should give me same answer here. Okay, if I want to solve this question, how simple is this? Minutes after injection, penicillin concentration. So 5 minutes after injection, penicillin concentration 152, 10 minutes after 118. Penicillin concentration in micrograms per milliliter in the patient's bloodstream, T minutes of penicillin injection in the model by the function P of T. P upon value on the table within the 10 micrograms. What is the value of B? So penicillin concentration microgram per millimeter, the patient's bloodstream, T minutes after the penicillin is given. So after 5 minutes, it is 152. So now let me use that value. See how simple is this, but we unnecessarily complicated this. So 152 is equal to 200 into b to the power of 5 by 5. So 152 by 200 is equal to b. So just use your wonderful calculators, but I want your answer to be rounded up to the nearest 10th. So 152 by 200. So 152 divided by 200. That is equivalent to 0.76. But answer should be rounded off to the nearest tenth. So the nearest tenth of this is 0.8. So answer is 0.8. Simple question, but very few students solve this. Very few students. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 students gave me correct answer. Remaining are typing something else. No problem. I'll send you many more questions here, not on this topic, from all the topics. If you want to get 800, please do work on them sincerely. If you need any extra help, let me know, but please do solve them. Definitely will be close to 800. Most important questions, you'll not find them anywhere. Extraordinary questions written only to the point of view of the exam. Okay? Yeah. See you. Take care. Bye. I'll see you in the next class. Bye then.